we're going to get to the stage where some diseases will not be treatable.
By the year 2050, antibiotic resistance will kill 10 million people per year.
I think that we are going down a tunnel, and we're staring down an oncoming train that's going to smash us unless we start looking at alternatives to our current antibiotic that we have.
It might sound like Hollywood science fiction, but the threat to our very existence from superbugs resistant to antibiotics is very real. And unless there's a major discovery soon, infection Armageddon is imminent.
Superbugs are a big problem. They're spreading all around the world. They spread in between sectors, the food industry to people, people back to the food industry, into water.
And believe it or not, the front line of this global war on a deadly microorganism is right here in Adelaide. Here in this lab in the Basil Hetzel Institute at Woodville, a microscopic smart bomb is being created. Like a laser-guided missile, it's being engineered to take out one of the most insidious superbugs, Staphylococcus aureus, or golden staph, the bacteria wreaking havoc in our hospitals here and around the world. There's been a lot of talk about superbugs lately. In fact, in the last week, American scientists discovered a bacteria that is resistant to all antibiotics. But what there hasn't been a lot of talk about is something that's happening here in South Australia. And that is a trial that is the first of its kind in the Western world. An important step towards a post-antibiotic future. A new hope.
Well, it's something which is very exciting for us because it's something which we have developed to be able to target the bacteria that's pathogenic, the one that's actually causing the problem.
It's called phage therapy, and for head and neck surgeon Professor PJ Warmold of Adelaide University and the Queen Elizabeth Hospital, it could just be the key to beating superbugs.
Okay. It took us over 12 months to get ethics approval to do the study because it was first in man, done scientifically in the Western world.
So what is a phage and why is it so important?
There's a class of viruses called bacteriophages, which are viruses that infect and kill bacteria. So they can be a replacement for antibiotics.
Dr. Peter Speck is a virologist at Flinders University and says antibiotic-resistant bacteria has the potential to have a devastating impact in the next 30 years. The best science at the moment is predicting superbugs will kill 10 million people every year.
Now for context, cancer, which as we know affects every family, kills 8 million people per year. So this is potentially a bigger problem than cancer.
And it's phage therapy that has virologists like him excited because the viruses can be engineered to take on a host of bacterial infections, like typhoid, which kills 160,000 people every year. It could even be the key to helping cystic fibrosis sufferers.
Cystic fibrosis sufferers get an infection in their lung with a bacteria called Pseudomonas aeruginosa.
The viruses literally hunt down specific bacteria and eat them.
The bacteria is the phage's lunch.
But it's as an agent against golden staph that scientists here are working on. Golden staph is a killer. If it gets in a patient's bloodstream, 1 in 5 will die within 30 days. Survivors often lose limbs fighting off the bug in wounds.
They don't heal. This leads to amputation of the foot. The 5-year mortality rate after foot amputation is 75%.
After the surgery, things weren't too bad, but obviously I kept getting infections, so been on antibiotics for a period of time, and then again, but it never really cleared it.
Martin Darling might not look like it, but he's been a guinea pig for the past 3 months.
Martin's one of our great successes. He's had a marvellous response.
Martin's one of 6 Adelaide patients to undergo phage therapy for a staph infection in their sinuses. For him, it's been a revelation.
Personally, I'm feeling better every day. Things are really improving.
It's given Professor Warmold cautious optimism. One of the most exciting aspects is that phage therapy is potentially superior to antibiotics in that it's targeted.
Allows us to have a therapy which doesn't kill all the good bacteria in the nose and sinuses and gives you health back again without having all the side effects of the current antibiotic treatment.
Despite Martin's success, phage-lace bandages for golden staph wounds and nasal rinses like the one he used are still a long way off.
It's got to go through the rigorous process of FDA in the United States registration or TGA registration in Australia. And they are extremely rigorous, and so they should be.
And that takes money and time. Although Professor Woolmald is hopeful phage therapy will soon be brought into common practice.
For us, this is a very, very exciting time to be involved in this new development.
And it'll not only help me, it'll help thousands of other people.